All right, family. We got Ish, the Black Superman, in the combo room today.
Yes,
I'm so
sir.
amped about this conversation. Man, you've been working.
Trying, Chad,
You've been
trying.
putting the reps in,
Yes, sir.
and I really respect the hustle.
Appreciate it.
We're gonna get into your creator journey. I want to learn all about the events that you're doing,
Yes, sir.
and we are going to talk about how you're doing all this and still work an engineering job. So that's just crazy.
Yes, sir.
I got to learn all about it. But
For sure.
let's just start for all the creators that are listening, all the dreamers, everybody out here that's just trying to really make something out of their personal brand. What in the world gave you the inspiration to start these in real life, in person events that are, y'all? If I'm gonna have to put some B-roll of the clips of him,
Yes, sir.
like, what inspired that?
Just I would say one, just my love for fitness. And just when you working out with somebody, the bond that's built through fitness is it's unexplainable because you sweat with a person, you push through with a person, and when y'all leave out of that fitness turn, strangers to friends, friends to brothers and sisters, you know what I mean? So off of that vein, I used to go to Atlanta a lot and I used to see these big fitness events in Atlanta. And I said, you know what? I want to create something like that, where I'm from in Richmond, Virginia, and create, that same type of energy throughout the city. So that's what, inspired me to, put these FitX experience events on.
I love that.
So
So let's just talk about the fact that, you got a full room of people and that looks amazing. But
yeah, sir.
I'm assuming when it was early on, may not have started that way. Talk to
No.
me about the early stages of your creator journey when you decided, "Hey, Imma pick up this camera, Imma make some
Yeah.
content." What was that looking like?
Um, really, initially, man, I had no j- idea, drive, or passion to even be on Instagram or social media. 'Cause I just been on there for 2.5 years. So before social media, I was just doing my engineering thing, going to the gym, working out. But what happened was a lot of people kept telling me, "Bro, you don't got Instagram, you don't got social media." So eventually I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get on there. And initially it was my main thing was just showing what I love. Like, I wasn't really looking for like results or looking for like a following or looking for anything like that. I just enjoy just posting my day to day, what I love to do, sharing, my fitness with everybody. And that's all I did. So like I didn't look for, a lot of people get on Instagram, social media. That first thing is, man, I need to get this many likes or this many follows, or I really didn't care to if I got one like, I just felt good that I could post, what I love to do and share with others.
Mm, I love that. So you really came from an authentic place
Yes,
and
sir.
you were just kinda sharing your life. What flipped the switch for you? Like, you obviously had to see some level of traction. And what was it that made you say, like, we could really do something with this?
It was people's response, right? So like I was always taught like the way you extend your life is through the people you touch, right? Through the people you affect. So I started seeing like my content affecting people, not just physically, but inspiring them. So they see me doing 1,000 push-ups a day. They see me, and I used to go live a lot, even if it was only one person on my live. But see, I go live and I show my whole workout. So if I'm in the gym 2.5 hours, I show
Oh,
that. And people started seeing it like, yo, you motivating me to go to the gym. And it started spilling over to other areas of people's life. Like, bro, I didn't feel like going to work today, but you motivated me to get up. So once I seen the impact that it started having, that's what really made me say, all right, let me dial in a little bit and really push the needle. And I tell people Instagram, social media is like the lottery, right? Your reels is one of them gonna be that winning ticket that just go crazy, and I just happened to, be fortunate to have a reel that it gave me 20,000 followers in 2 days. The reel went that
wow.
crazy. The reel went that crazy, and, from there, it just been, sky's the limit.
So I think the lottery ticket is one thing, but you really touched on something that I wasn't aware of. So you were saying that you went live and would
Yeah,
show your whole workout,
yeah,
and you were just essentially just giving people almost like this unedited, very
yeah,
raw experience. I'm
absolutely.
curious, what made you like? dish the idea of being polished and getting it perfect and like, getting it edited and, getting
Right.
some special effects and all that kind of
Right,
stuff. Like,
right.
what made you think, hey, I'm just gonna go live versus creating this very polished, finished product?
So I feel like most influencers on social media is polished. Authenticity is the only thing that separates us from each other, your personality, you know what I mean? So that was one thing. And then the other thing, people see like, the physique and stuff, and they think like you're beyond getting sore or you're beyond going in the gym and having a bad day. So me personally, I want to show all of that because then it also show you that you can have all those different things and still achieve your fitness goal. You can have bad days, you can struggle in the gym, be sore, but you see that I'm still going through and pushing, and I was able to get results. So you can do the same thing. So that's why I just started going live so they can see pain, hurt, great days, low energy. We still working. You know what I mean?
I'm very curious for you to talk about because you said people might see the physique and think, okay, you don't get sore or like
Yeah.
you may not have bad days. But let's talk about mindset, okay?
Yes, sir.
Because I don't care what you say, there is something different about people who have gotten uncompromisingly committed about
Yeah.
their fitness, okay? What is it that you tell yourself that gives you the push that no matter what, you're working out?
I want to live a long time, and I guess it's my upbringing is why I work out so hard, right? So I seen two sides of fitness. So my father, I seen the physical workout side. Like my father always worked out, always in shape. I seen the respect and stuff he would get just going out in public, and I seen that young. So I started working out seriously at the age of 8. So that was one aspect that I saw. Then the other aspect that I saw is so my brother has cerebral palsy, so me and him a year apart, and not even a year apart. Like we the same age for a month before his birthday, and he has cerebral palsy. So the doctor said he wasn't supposed to live past 5 years old. So my mentor told my parents, listen, take him off the medicine, exercise, good diet, and a peaceful environment, and he'll be okay. And he beat the doctor's prediction. He lived to be 17. He was able to walk some, talk some, everything they say he couldn't do. So me seeing that growing up, I correlated the two that like if I work out and keep myself in a certain state, I can extend my quality of life. You know what I mean? A lot of people
Uh-huh.
think when they talk about extending life, but not so much years, but the quality of years that you live can be extended based off of,
Uh,
taking care of yourself. So now that's my passion behind all of this is I seen that. And I know a lot of people didn't have the opportunity to see that, but I saw it. So like that's my passion that I share to with people through fitness. And that's why I gotta work out every day. You know what I mean? I gotta do something. But based
mhm.
off of that.
Thank you for taking that tangent. I think that's really important because sometimes I think even when it comes to my own health and wellness journey, I've found that if I don't have a strong enough why, the consistency is really hard to
For
really
sure.
stick it in there.
Absolutely.
But I'm wondering if you decided like, man, I'm gonna do content consistently, it seems like I don't want to just assume, but you decided, okay, I'm gonna go live. That makes it easy to incorporate into your schedule. But
Yeah.
did content ever get to a point where it felt like, okay, man, I just don't got time for this? You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because I feel like sometimes when it comes to doing content, it just, at least for me personally,
For sure.
it feels like it's another thing that also has another added
It's a
layer of time because it's like, okay, well, I gotta actually carve out time. If I'm going to the gym, I gotta bring the tripod. I gotta bring
for
the,
sure.
just all
No,
that stuff.
definitely.
So,
Definitely.
what do you do to at least eliminate the friction to be consistent when you're capturing content?
Um, it come down to, like you say, mindset because content's a job by itself, man. Like shooting content is a job. And then when you're doing it by yourself, it's an even bigger job. So what I had to told myself is I used to go in the gym 2 in the morning. Where I know nobody's in the gym, I bring 5 and 6 different outfits. I bring my camera, and then I just tell myself, I'm gonna sit in here until I get it right. Because you'll get frustrated, you know what I mean, trying to get the right angle, get the right and after a while you start getting the hang of it. But content's never easy to shoot. and it's always time consuming. So I just took a day out my schedule. You know what I mean? And I said, this is a content day for me. And I would go in the gym at 2 in the morning and I shoot. But it came with learning because initially, like working and stuff, my friends would tell you, man, I call one of my partners that I work out with, hey bro, meet me in the gym at 1 o'clock. We go shoot content. Meet me in the gym at 5 o'clock. But once I got, okay, let me just set a day aside. And then I start doing that. I just set a day aside and I take that day, and it's a content day. I don't care what's going on. Anybody that know me, or he's shooting content that day, and I just take the time to get it shot.
And talk about your process. Like, what does it take for you to get the content that you need?
Mhm.
And what does it look like actually scheduling and or publishing that content?
So really I map it out before I go shoot, right? So I know on my Instagram, I know what stuff tend to go viral. I know what stuff tend to get traction. And then I have the stuff that I want to just try out to see what it do. So I pretty much like mapped all that out first. So I want to shoot this, and this. Cause that's really the part that take the time, knowing what you want to do. And then after that, man, I just grab all my out. It's like getting ready for work, right? I get all my clothes ready, pull my shoes out, get everything ready, pack it up, and then I just go to the if it's at the gym, I go to the gym and shoot. If it's outside or wherever, I just go and I shoot. And then after I shoot it, just sit down and edit. Sit down and edit, and then I try to post my content on a schedule. So I get up early in the morning and just make that a part of my routine. So I post 2
Mm,
to 3 times a day. So, I schedule all 3 or all 2 that morning, captions, everything. I schedule everything. So I was doing that for a while, until but now I don't have to do it as much. So I got like a marketing agency. So, my team do it now. So
yeah,
I shoot
you
and then
got
they
people.
yeah, you gotta hey, teamwork really make the dream work. But before then, leading up to because I just started that this year, but before then that was the flow. I'll shoot the content and then every morning I wake up. That was a part of my morning routine. Schedule my posts, schedule my reels, so that way I ain't gotta worry about it going throughout the day.
Mm. So I think for most people, as they jump into the content game, typically, I feel like you might have a couple reasons. For
For
some
sure.
people, they might just want the attention.
For
For
sure.
other people, they're like, "Look, show me the money." All right.
For sure.
So I
Absolutely.
think in order for you to get to a point where it makes sense for you to partner with the marketing agency, it makes sense for you to invest
For
more
sure.
into your creator business, you have to see some proof of concept. So
Absolutely.
I'm curious for you, you did talk about the whole lottery concept with your reels.
For sure.
When did you see that at least what your creator business was doing,
Mhm.
it had proof of concept and that you could see some future in it and scale it?
Right. First thing was just opportunities opened up that was unbelievable, just through posting my content. So I posted a lot of workout content. I end up being featured as an athlete on Fox Sports, just in calisthenics, just based off of my, you know what I'm saying, just based off of posting my content. They seen me like come compete, and what ended up happening was even like the bodybuilding space, same thing. People see me just working out. Hey, let me train you and compete in bodybuilding. Like the connections is what was the first. And then what ended up happening is I competed in a bodybuilding competition and a pro calisthenics competition in the same day. And that's what went viral, went crazy, and I got, the big traction, but then from that, I started getting celebrity clients, so I was like, "Okay," like, they wanna pay, and then from there so I saw opportunity first before I really saw revenue, right? I saw opportunity, and I was like, "Man, these opportunities is what's gonna bring the revenue," so once I started seeing opportunities, I was like, "That's all I need. You give me opportunity, I figure out how to get money out of it, just show me the opportunity." So as the opportunities start coming, then I start seeing the money coming. So then I get paid to be a calisthenic athlete. Like as a kid, if you told me that, I wouldn't believe you, right? Like I do pull-ups for free. I do 500 pull-ups for free. But now you're
Yeah.
gonna now you're gonna pay me to do it? Come on, man. So once I started seeing that, the opportunity and then the benefits and fruits of the opportunity, at that point I knew I was like, yeah, it's time to go all in and really push this thing.
What was the biggest money move? and the
Mhm.
biggest money mistake you made as an early creator?
The biggest money mistake was not buying a camera, right? So
Mm.
I literally just bought a camera this year. The biggest money mistake, I tell anybody, get you a good camera. Get your own camera. I paid so many people so much money just to shoot content for me, and they taxed me too. I ain't gonna hold you. They was taxing me. So if get a camera. Get a camera, cause one thing the camera does is it pay for itself, because if you ain't shooting for yourself, somebody else gonna ask you to shoot for 'em. So the camera pay for itself. So I would say get a camera. Also, the biggest mistake that I made starting off was not having enough faith in myself, right? So
Wow.
cause when I started off, the first thing I tried to do was run and get help, right? One guy I knew, he had, this brand building company. I help you build your brand, create your logo, do this, that, and the third. I was paying more than my mortgage payment on my house for them to help me, and they ain't help me with nothing. Like I didn't have a logo, I didn't have anything. And when I would go like, yo, what I need to do next? I don't know. Go reach out to people. I'm like, what? So don't be afraid to bet on yourself. Like come out the gate knowing you are who you are. And it's a little more work, but it pays off at the end, right? So I would
Mhm.
say those are two biggest mistakes. And the biggest money move was understanding that when it comes to social media and the social media space, it's more money in teaching people than training people. I learned that.
Break
Because
that down.
when you train somebody, that's like the tedious day to day. You training them. It's a day to day type of situation where you got to deposit little by little every day, right? Versus when you teach somebody, you give them this course or this package. Now they can go run and do whatever it is they want to do with it and create whatever they want to create with it. So once I took that concept and applied it to the fitness space, from then I started seeing revenue. Like, we making 20, $30,000 a month from social media. You see what I'm saying? Because I understood, okay, y'all want to know how I got my physique. I'm not gonna train you. I'm gonna teach you. I'm gonna teach you how to do it. Now you can go, do whatever you want to do with it. And mentorship. So pretty much teaching and mentorship in this social media space is the golden ticket. If you could create that, you got something
Now, back up just a little bit because you are throwing out the idea of like you said it, you started with opportunities.
for sure.
Those opportunities led to revenue. What gave you or talk me through your
Mhm.
first product and when did you decide to do it? Because it seems like you created this, it seems like a digital product
For
where you're
sure.
teaching people how
For
to
sure.
achieve the results that you did.
Right. So I would say my first product was, so I do short range push-ups, and I call them Black Supermans. And I started, doing it, calling it Black Supermans to the point, that it caught fire. Like everybody doing Black Supermans, which I love it, right? So my first product was literally just a $25 guide, how to do Black Supermans, the breakdown. And I end up off of one Instagram reel, I made $3,000 off a $25 product. 15-second reel, teaching people how to do push-ups. So I said, all right, I'm gonna take these people and I'm gonna put them in a community. I'm gonna put everybody in a push-up community. And I'm gonna teach the community. I'm gonna take it a step further. Now, outside of the guide, y'all gonna get videos of me really doing it, showing you, walking you through it. That took the revenue to a next level. And then I said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and mentor y'all for 6 months. And we're gonna do Black Supermans. We're gonna transform all the way together. And then that took the revenue up even more. So that was kind of the floor mat. I started with that, just that low ticket guide. And now we got a whole community of people
That is amazing. I think there's something there's something, it's like both scrappy but yet polished about it. Like the way
Yeah,
you approached it. You know,
yeah,
it feels scrappy because you're talking about like the idea that you're like, man, I just bought a camera.
yeah,
But it feels very intentional the
for sure.
way you built your brand, and it seems like you didn't move too early. You didn't it's unless I'm missing something, you didn't
Uh-huh.
sell early on. You sold once you kind of had some people that were interested in what you had
Absolutely.
to offer. And I think that there's some breadcrumbs that people can really take away from that
For sure.
progression. Um
Definitely.
at the same time, though, you're doing all this and working full time.
For sure,
And so if you had a $30,000 month, I'm sure a light bulb might go off for some people and say, you know what? I'm gonna just focus on one thing. But no,
for
you
sure,
decided I'm doing it all.
for sure.
What does that come from? Where does that mentality of I'm gonna keep this and that at the same time come from?
Um, I just feel like I tell people engineering is my passion, fitness is my lifestyle. You feel what I'm saying? I live fitness, so fitness for me, anything that's associated with fitness and the revenue that we bring in from fitness, that's just a lifestyle thing. Engineering, I love engineering. Like I love design, that's what I love to do. So I won't like never stop doing that. So what happened was I was an intern at a company called Altria, right? So I'm interning at Altria one day and I found out like Kraft Foods and these different other companies, all of them was under Altria. And I'm like, huh? Because Altria is a cigarette company. So I'm like, huh? Okay, Imma do the same thing. You got Black Superman, and you gonna see Black Superman with one thing, but then when you dig deep, oh dang, he got engineering company. Oh dang, he do such and such and such. So it was building that model, and then just I want to put people in position to win, right? So everybody that I come in contact with, from family to friends, I want to have something that if they need it, they can do it. You might not be a fitness person. That's cool. Come to the engineering side. I can show you how do something here, right? Or if you a fitness person, cool, come to the fitness side. I can show you how to do something here. So that's what was my driving factor to like, I'm gonna do everything. I'm young, right? You know what I mean? We blessed with the ability to move, be vibrant. So you wanna max it out, right? You wanna get everything this life has to offer. And that's what my parents taught me, a mentor, like God give you gifts. If you bury them, you still wasting them. So everything that I can do, I'm gonna touch all of it and give it 1000%.
Man, I love that. Um, let's talk about a little bit about balance. Like, I want to go back to scheduling just a
For
little bit.
sure.
Like, you talked about how you are balancing everything. What does your day look like? Because I'm sure, like with early stage creators, you know,
Yeah,
working a job, doing content. Some people are parents. Some people have
yeah.
responsibilities of their caretakers, of other family members, and things like that. Like, what does it look like for you where do you have competing priorities some days where you feel like,
Yeah,
"Man, like, I just don't know how I can do all of this, but I'm
for sure.
committed."
For sure. I mean, I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. Like it's days you burn out. It's days I be overwhelmed. It's days I ask myself, why the hell am I doing this? Why I'm just gonna go be an engineer. All of that creeps into your mind because the word that come to mind is like sacrifice, bro. I don't sleep much. Like being honest, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? I don't sleep much and I'm working on that. But I get up at 3:30 in the morning, right? Go to the gym, come from the gym. We got work meetings, then we got meetings. Our manager Jason, we got meetings to lock down venues. We got, what I mean, competitions. We got train. So sleep is the one thing that I mean. I don't get much of. And like I say, anybody that's an early creator, you just gotta put in your mind the end goal, right? Because it's gonna get tested. If you don't really want to do this, it's gonna show. Like it's gonna show.
Mm,
So you gotta really have a good reason why. Like I say, for me, at the end of the day, I want to inspire as many people as I can. Like the revenue is just a side effect of the inspiration. So when I feel like I'm like, man, I don't want to do this no more. Cause I had those moments like I don't want to do this no more. Why am I up at 2 in the morning shooting content? Or why am I really doing that? Right. But then you'll get that DM, right? Where somebody say, listen, bro, I want to thank you, man. You inspired me. That right there is what fuels me. Cause every time
mhm,
I feel like that, I end up getting a DM or I might be out in public and somebody, bro, I seen you, man, keep doing what you're doing, bro. And that right there is like, okay, that answered my question. Why am I doing this? Why am I still? Because people are inspired and touched by it. But trust and believe, bro, it's hard. It's not, I ain't gonna
mm,
sit there and say it's easy. It's hard sometimes. You know what I mean? It's hard.
yeah. So speaking of hard work, in-person events. If there's
Yeah,
one thing that I know for sure, because I come from a ministry background, so like when Sundays were coming and events are happening, like you got to make it happen. If there's
for sure.
anything that's gonna test your patience, and that is working with people, because
Oh my
people
god.
are unpredictable. So you're already not getting enough sleep. So you decide, hey, I'm just gonna do in-person events.
Yeah.
Talk me through the idea for the first one,
Mhm.
and what did you do to get that thing from concept to creation?
So the first one, man, it was just me and my boy Co. I was like, listen, bro, I want to throw a fitness boot camp in Richmond. He was like, all right, cool. I said, I don't know how we gonna do it, but we gonna pull it off. He was like, all right, cool. So just having connection in the city with like gyms and stuff. I found a guy had a local gym. My man Baker had a local gym, and I was like, can I use a gym to throw a boot camp? He was like, hey, bro, you got it. So initially, we just put up flyers and we just let's see who come, right? We had 13 people come out to the first boot camp, right? So my goal, I said, I just want to be consistent. Like I just want to be able to throw one of these once a month, and I'd be happy. If only 13 people come, that's cool. But I just want to say I can do this consistently for a year. So that was my thought process. So when 13 people came, I had energy for them like it was 100 people. Like I'm excited. We got our first 13. Then I realized that I needed some help, right? So I said, I need some help to get these people out here. So leveraging other people's audiences. So I said, listen, I'm about to get 5 and 6 trainers to come do this thing with me, because if all of us bring 13 people, we got more than 13 people, right? So
Mhm,
I started just the connections I had made in the fitness space. I'm in different states and things. I just called them and told them like, listen, I love for y'all to come to Richmond and do this boot camp with me. I started with Richmond trainers first. And the very first one we did with that collective effort, it went from 13 people to like 50 people that fast. So I looked,
mm,
I said, okay, I think we on to something. So then I kept doing it, but I expanded it at that point. I started calling people in Atlanta, hey, come to Richmond for me, man, do this event. Ohio. It's one guy, my man FDL, he's the one who showed me, like, if you get all these trainers, it can go crazy. So I started doing it, man, and we went from 13 to 50, from 50 to almost up to 200 people at the events. But that's how it started, man. It just started with I just want to do this once a month, and
mhm.
hopefully it grow from there.
What was the investment like for you? Did you have to in invest upfront in terms of all the trainers, or was it just like,
Yeah,
"Hey, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna figure out the best pitch I can to see if I can just get people to barter?" Like,
yeah.
what was that investment like?
All right. So initially, I just came. I was honest. I said, "Listen, I don't got no money to pay none of y'all." But but I made a commitment to them. I said, "You give me 3 events, and I promise you, I'll pay y'all. Just give me 3 events." I didn't know how I was gonna pay them. I didn't know where it was gonna come from, but everybody should get paid for the work and expertise that they do. So I will figure out how to pay them. So I told them, y'all give me 3 events, I'll pay y'all. When it came to renting the venues, I was paying for all of that. Because initially we wasn't selling enough tickets to cover everything. So I was paying for everything, bro. I was paying for venues, and then after those 3 events, it was time to pay the trainers, right? So
Yes.
hey, so I came out of my own personal money, man. Like I came out of my own personal money to make sure the trainers got paid. Then I started understanding the benefit of having vendors. Cause the vendors, they pay a fee, then that can kind of cover a lot of things. But so we started getting vendors. But then me, I'm the type of person I don't want to halfway do anything. So I got DJs, I got hosts, I got sound team. Cause I wanted to be an experience. So now the vendors help some, but now I'm still paying, you know what I mean? But out my own pocket. But I did it for a while, even up to present day. Like, but now we're able to, maneuver a little better. Like I'm a manager, Jason. We help get like sponsorships and things. So now with all of those combined, it doesn't it's not a heavy lift as it was in the beginning. But for a long time, bro, it was just me. Thank God for engineering.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just me. Yeah, yes, sir, for sure.
Man, that's awesome. So I feel like we've covered a whole lot of ground in terms of where you've come from. I would
Mhm.
love for you to just share, like, what are you dreaming about? What do you have your sights set on? Both as a creator, as an engineer, personally, like, what do
Sure.
you want to see happen in the future for you?
Um, in the future, as far as like the fitness events, I mean, honestly, and people think I'm crazy when I say it, but I wanted to be the biggest event in the world. I want people from all over
Why
the
not?
world, right? When they see FitX, no matter where it's at in the world, they come running because of the experience
Mm,
that it creates. So when it comes to that, that's my goal. When it comes to my impact with social media, I want to have the greatest impact possible. I use Kobe as an example because like when Kobe passed, we cried and we never met him. Like I never met
mhm,
Kobe personally, but I
yeah,
was so driven and inspired by his application of hard work that I
mm,
felt connected to him. So
yeah,
when it comes to this social media space, that's why I go so hard, man. That's why I work out so hard. That's why I show the good, the bad, the ugly, because at the end of the day, that's the impact I want to have. Like a person all the way in a whole other country feel that impact because they see that hard work that I put in. And then they can take that and let it dry. Because when people talk mama mentality, they're not just talking basketball. They say it in business. They say it in
mm,
whatever. So when they talk Black Superman, no matter where it's at, what niche, what profession, I want them to be like, yeah, that's the mentality that I wanna have to push. And, as far
mhm,
as engineering, man, that's my like I said, that's my passion, so I just wanna be an old man designing drawings, you know what I mean, at home with the family and, create as many engineers as I can.
yeah,
Get the certifications and things needed that I can help young kids, become engineers, so that total thing is, like, my ultimate goal on all facets of life and what I'm doing right now.
I love that. So on a lighter note,
Mhm.
but very serious note, I feel like every Superman has a kryptonite.
Mhm.
And when it comes to the fitness and the diet and the all the above, but
Right.
what is the one thing that it don't matter how disciplined you are on your diet,
Mhm.
if it's in front of you, you're like, I'm eating it.
Uh,
What is your
Ice
kryptonite?
cream, ice cream. So I tell you something funny. Since I was small, since I was probably like 8 or 9, I wake up at 3 o'clock every morning and go eat ice cream. And
Yes.
and I still do that to this day. I still I still do that to this I love ice cream. Like,
Wait,
you
what
know what I mean?
brand, what kind, what flavor?
So I'm so basic, like, I just like vanilla, and I don't even care the brand, like, long as vanilla ice cream, I'ma eat
Oh
it.
my goodness.
Oh, yeah, Imma eat it, Imma eat it. So now I have a mean
Yes.
sweet like, I have a great sweet tooth. Like, I love sweets, I love sweets.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I do, I love, ice cream, eating cakes, cookies, I love stuff like that. So that's why another reason why I try to make sure I work out as hard as I can, because I know I like that, and I don't wanna limit myself to doing what I like, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah, but that's my
Yeah,
kryptonite.
yours is your kryptonite is ice cream, mine is 100% Krispy Kreme. If that hot light is on,
We
I'm
pulling
there.
up.
I I could be going in the other direction. I'm turning around. Uh,
Absolutely. That's funny.
last but not least, I mean, we kinda hit on the idea of what you wanna see in the future,
For sure,
but I do wanna talk, like, legacy.
for sure.
What do you hope people say about you when you're not in the room? What do you hope people are going to say when they're eulogizing you? You're a young guy, so we ain't gotta worry
For
about this
sure.
for any time
For
soon.
sure, for sure.
What do you hope that if there's one thing people walk away with after they encounter you that they would say and remember?
I would just hope they say, he had the most beautiful energy. He was committed and he was driven. You know what I'm saying? And he was authentic. At the end of the day, he was authentic. Those are main things I just hope people when they meet me that they can take because energy and a feeling you can never forget. You can forget a person, place, a thing, but you'll never forget how it made you feel, right? So
Mhm,
that energy that they get when we come together and it's transferred, my commitment to whatever I do, and then my authenticity. Like I'm gonna always keep it real with you, and that's why my Instagram is able to do the things that it do because I keep it all the way real. I'm gonna show you the greatness. I'm gonna show you the bad days. I battle. I show you when I win. I show you when I lose. You know what I'm saying? I that authenticity is most important. So those three things, man. People walk away with that. I'm happy. You know what I mean? I'm happy.
mm. 100%. I think, one, just your story, your ability to show up as you are
Yes, sir.
and really just put the time in, put the work in, step out and don't have
For
any
sure.
clue how it's gonna work out, but you still moving with integrity to let people know like, "Hey, when when I get to this spot,
Yeah, I
Imma take
got you.
care of you, and then
For
when the
sure.
time comes and it's like didn't work out how you wanted it to work out, still a man of your word." I
Sure.
think that it's just these are great lessons that I think not just creators, but the dreamers, the people who are looking for those breadcrumbs on how they can make their dreams a reality. I think this is, just such a great conversation,
For
for
sure.
them. Um, Final 2 questions.
Yes, sir.
Before I ask you how everybody can find you if they're listening to this episode, I am tapping all of my guests now to recommend the next
Mm,
person that I
for
should
sure.
reach out. So give me a couple folks that you're like, okay, after this conversation, I feel like this audience needs to hear from and spit it out. Let me know.
Alright, so I feel like, one guy is, my man Peoples. Peoples the King is on Instagram. He an inspiration. He inspired me. You feel what I'm saying? He inspires me. Very motivational guy. Beautiful energy, but has a lot of positive, nuggets to give that, like I said, I take from every day. So I would definitely say him, and then, my other guy, Armani. So Amani is he's like a genius. Like Amani's smart man, like very, very smart. And especially talking about being a creator, like Amani, when it come to ideas, he's a genius. Some ideas I got from Amani to help me build my brain or try this thing out. So them two, absolutely for sure, the audience would love, and get a lot from having them on the show on the podcast for sure.
So if people are listening to this and they have not gone to your IG, they don't know anything about you, where do they need to go to check out all things Ishmael, the Black Superman?
So on Instagram is Ish the Black Superman. You go in there, you see everything. TikTok, Real Ish for Life. On TikTok, check me out on there. And then Black Superman Prime on YouTube. We on there too. So you go there, you'll find me working.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
Thank you so much for coming
thank
through the
you.
convo room. You are welcome back anytime. Once
Appreciate
I,
you.
I feel like I got to figure out some type of challenge to do something fitness related.
I
And the
got you.
moment that I'm doing it, I'm calling you because
Let's get
like, you're
it.
going to get us right.
Absolutely. Nah, I truly appreciate you, having me on, man. It's an honor, the opportunity to be and have a voice on here, bro. I appreciate you. Definitely champion. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you too, bro. Have a
Man,
good one.
yes, sir. You too.